Companies that are killing it, but then have to go through changes due to environment, we'll call it, and they have to go through a series of layoffs. You keeping only A players is not actually what's going to allow your team to survive or allow your team to even succeed together. Because A, B, and C players all have different values and they all show up in different ways. And so when you look at teams that are thriving, the teams that keep their A players, look at Kansas City. They didn't even make playoffs this year. Okay. So when we look at this, when we look at those team dynamics, what you want to look for is cohesion. If you actually look at cohesion ahead of top performers, you're actually going to create a more balanced portfolio of employees as you go through those changes. And what it does is it allows your top performers to not have everything thrown on them. It allows the support people who actually are amazing employees, but they're not always a 10, right? Maybe they don't have the capability to do everything at, 110%, but they are consistent. They are an 80 across the board, or they're a 75 across the board. Those are the players that always inspire and hold the constitution or the structure, the framework of what teamwork and what belonging really does.
So what you're saying, it's when you go through the exercise as leaders, it's more than just sorting these names in a spreadsheet by whatever order, salaries or however you want to do it, and draw the line in the middle and say, below that line goes out and above this line stays in. You're suggesting to put a lot more thoughts into each individual working in the company and figure out where's the place for this individual? How do they fit?
Totally. Because if we look at the concepts around belonging is really like an infrastructure, if you will. And when that infrastructure is regulated so that, your A, B, and C team players are all working together, that's what creates your engagement. That's what creates your speed, your quality, your innovation, your attention. It's not just the A players that are doing it. It's the whole. And when organizations look at laying people off, they often see it through the lens of just looking at what that top performer is. And that also depends on your metrics and how you're measuring. If you're measuring some of these elements and giving, middle managers ratings on belonging, who are the toxic managers? Who are the highly innovative ones that are actually driving motivation? Those are some of the things that companies and executives often overlook